Wow. Look at me, almost on time and everything. Almost. Hey, niggas. Welcome to Giraffe Ball. And first what's up? Who we got in here? Remote Park Hills. Hey, Cutnanis. We're going to figure out, we're going to see what Cutnanis is cooking today. Y'all hang out. It's going to be in the Giraffe Ball section. That's after church. Who else we got? Got A Savage in here. Devon. Is it Devon or Devon? Devon from the Bronx. Oh, forgive us. I told you niggas be ready. Okay, we'll get into that. Yes, sir, we certainly will. Snuggle668, let me know if this is your first time in here. Welcome. I've never sounded out. I would have remembered that one. Xylon was cracking. Panty Lounge, hey, girl. Frank White, Cedric Kelly. Favorite part of Sunday. Mine too. Ronaldo, much love from the IE. Yo, yeah. Shout out to Audio Push. One half of that is my son. Positive cats from out y'all way. Man, oh man. What y'all been up to? How was your week? Let me know. Let me know if there's any other addendum items you would like to speak about during the get down today. You know that oh yeah, that's not good. That. Be careful and stay away. Taking that down. Do you want to know? And then. Do you want to know? I'm looking for the first one. Holy shit! I wrote it down. Yeah. We're gonna pull this boat out in the water in a minute. Be careful and stay away. But do you want to know? First. Do you want to know? Yeah, I'll tell you. Do you want to know all that remains of once powerful nation? Do you want to know? Russ on deck. Good. Got your bowl full. Wyland, what's going on? Eric Harvey is cracking. Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Okay, what are we talking about here? It's Devin. Devon, or not Devin. It's Devin. Is it Devin or Devon? You still ain't help. Okay. Is it DE space all capitals VON? Or is it all lowercase DEVON? I'm still lost, bro. And I hate fucking up people's names. Anus. If people call you anus, I didn't even thought about it. That's horrible. It's Devin. Okay, Devin. See, there we go. Not Devin. Okay, I'm good. We got Devin in our family. I know, right? I would say capital DEV dash lowercase UHN. That's Devin. Devon would be capital DE space all caps VON. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm done with it. D. What's up, D? How about that? D. D ain't wrong, is it? Let's go with D. Now, what's my Facebook people saying? Hey, Facebook people. Got some folks over on Facebook talking. Shout out to my main man Rodney Perry and Levy D Smith. What's up, Devil Dog? I love you, brother. That's my people right there. We serve together. Yeah. Levy D. Proud proprietor of the two-piece. As in Bang Bang. He put him right on. Good dude, but he put him on. That easy. Yes, you're a D. We're gonna roll with D. But we're gonna get out in the water in a minute as soon as I take this pool and have some more of my Uncle Jeff's green juice eventually. But what's coming very, very soon? No shit, y'all. Uncle Jeff's shea butter. Yes. Curing the world of ashy, one set of knuckles at a time. I'll be selling my shea butter straight from Africa. Super smooth, super creamy, wonderful. Y'all ever wonder, hey, Uncle Jeff, how come your skin so smooth? Hey, Uncle Jeff, how come you look so young? Well, besides not feeding myself a bunch of bullshit, I use Uncle Jeff Shea Butter, straight from Africa. You can get it from me. I'm gonna start supplying it to y'all and sending it out. Yes, I did this. I decided, could I make tracks? Could I do something that sounded like Prince in one of his 1200 styles? And then I did that. Give us your take on Russia. Oh, that's definitely coming. That's coming. Well, I see you go. Maybe. I don't know yet. That to be continued. To be continued. All right. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna start the music. I'm gonna start the music at the beginning. A few minutes before I get started. Then, when it's time to start up the sermon, y'all gonna know. Because for the time being, I'm gonna start the sermon right after this song. You know why? Ready. I think I am, y'all. I say I'm gonna think. Your Uncle Jeff, you get them beats at Jeff Breeze Music, gmail.com. Now, today's sermon, we're going to get right into. But before we do, as we do always, there are two things that precede any and all message that I intend to bring. The first is a prayer. The second is a smoke. So I invite you to join me in two of the most sacred things we can do: pray and smoke. All right, here we go. Creator, blessed being, Father, Mother, God, ancestors, I thank you for this time to share with my brothers, sisters, nephews, and nieces. On behalf of a higher power, on behalf of the force greater than us that made us great, on behalf of the force greater than us that made us greater than most, I say thank you. Thank you for the visions you give me. Thank you for the words you give me to speak. I'm going to ask that you come in here and cut through all the bullshit. Keep me out the way. Keep me open to receive from my brothers and my sisters, my nephews, and my nieces. And keep them open to receive from me. Let this be fruitful. Let this be something that they can pass on to their generations. For the good, for the health, for the love, for the strength, and for the power of the red, the black, and the green. I ask all these blessings in the name of my Creator and of my ancestors and of that higher power, of whose name which I know not. And it is so. Let us seal it with some smoke. Ah! Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to tell y'all what the show is brought to you by, but that's a little later. Oh, that's hilarious. Uncle's film from his mom's shelter. Let's jump on in it. What were you sent here for? I don't know. Okay, the Georgia church is open. We're all done. This has been a quandary. They made books about it and wrote movies about it and done plays about it, and it's the angst in just about every decent story. The difference between what you are doing and what you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of times, but not all the times, we're going to cover that. The difference between doing what you need to do and what you want to do. For those of you who may be wondering, carrot, apple, celery, mint, whole lemon, whole lime, dandelion, pear, cilantro. Juice that. It's fantastic. Drinking a bottle of wine in church, is that permitted? Absolutely. Absolutely. Drink your wine. You know, that conversation about vices, that's a whole nother, yeah, do your thing. That's the whole point. Smoke your weed, drink your wine, get some messages from on high, and don't cost you airplane gas or gators. You're not buying any of that because I'm not into it for that. Now, again, oh, that's wonderful. That's so wonderful. You want you want to throw a nigga some change for doing something strange? You put it right there at the Cash App. That's on you. I ain't tripping. If I move you, I move you. You want to throw a nigga some change? Throw a nigga some change, but don't trip. Don't trip on it like it's like they got you doing down at the big house. Just think about it. You can come here, smoke your weed, drink your wine, and I can out preach your sister's preacher. Oh yeah, Dev. That's how I get out. Anyway, movies made about this. It's always the story of the reluctant hero. When I was a dad, I wanted to paint. He fucked around. I got 3 kids. Or, I was a suffering woman. I always wanted to hit the stage and sing, but I was left to toil. raise these children with my club foot. This is, hey, Latoya. Hey, hey, Will. You all right? You okay? Uh, there's always been this pull, this dichotomy that we like to take advantage of commercially. Follow your passion. I'll show you how. Just give me some money. It's always been the pull. The pull some people have pimped, the pull some people have ignored, but it's always been there. Here's the new problem with it. We're at a place in the universe now where you're no longer let me say that again. We're in a place in the universe now where you're no longer able to hide behind responsibility. You can't hide behind that anymore. We're not in that society anymore. Oh, Winston Smith, go catch Soul Brother number one. I feel you. Go do that. Yes. Um, you can't hide behind that anymore. Well, I know I'm supposed to build furniture. I know I love building furniture. I love it. I love my own. I got my own style, but I got to build furniture for this furniture building company because I got these kids and I can't break out on my own. That was somebody's story in the 20th century. Uh, I make pies. I make really good pies. People rave about my cooking, and I love it. But that's going to take so much money and so much time and so many permits and make it better. So I'm just going to keep this postal job. Oh, man. I know I was put here to sing. But since I can't go on my own tour and make 200 pounds of money, I'm going to stay here at the crib, get this bus driver job. Yeah. There's a problem. Those are all 20th century responses that allowed you to comfortably ignore what it is you were put here for. And that comfort was the bed that the 20th century lived in. And we're now bearing pains to birth another way of living. And part of the afterbirth, excuses. Your excuses are dying for whatever that is you swallowed. And you can watch how your daddy swallowed them, how your mama swallowed them, all the broken dreams you've heard about. You can roll with those. You can try to make it down the street with that. 20th century thinking. Or you can realize that we are in the 21st century now. The information age. And that jobs are about to be a thing of the past. And that World War III is cranking up. We'll talk more about that in Giraffe Balls. And how you're now being surrounded, Black people. Figuratively, spiritually, for centuries. Literally, it's coming. The universe no longer has places for you to hide behind. And nothing, as we reorder ourselves, here, kind of like this. Wait a minute. Let's see. I had no. Is that my family right there? Michael Turner? What's going on, brother? Richard Harper. Here. Now, I might be fitting to bust myself out here. Because back in high school, I was one of the first people to solve the cube. Yeah, I went to high school that long ago. And you stop. This cube's kind of old. Look at that. The one's hanging off. Okay. This is our world. $400 years ago. Okay. We were split up, robbed of our names, cultures, and gods. And then slowly, we started to put ourselves together. Learning to cope in what was no doubt one of the darkest periods of human history. We start putting ourselves back together. Learning how to steal away. Learning how to talk in code. We slowly put it together. We kept going. Until we got out of slavery, so to speak. because our progress was always on the surface, but the rest of our lives were utter fucking chaos. And not always that far from the surface. Sundown towns, hanging us in the street. For being the industrious people that we were, in the face of all the bullshit that was going down, we as a people found a way to flourish. After slavery, and I'm going somewhere with this, people. After slavery, you set free thousands, millions of skilled blacksmiths, carpenters, farmers, workers that have been working for free. And now they in the market. That's where unions come from. Unions was about white folks banding together to keep niggas from working. Now, we as a people were most definitely getting our shit together. We had our own businesses, our own factories, our own grocery stores, our own hospitals. And unfortunately, we had our own goons. And our own stuff wasn't enough. But we were getting our shit together. Slowly but surely. We were getting our shit together. But no matter how much we tried positive, there was always that negative chaos going on underneath. Tulsa, redlining, every underhanded trick that I can't think of right now because I'm fucking high. All that shit. We build, you destroy. We want to include, you want to discriminate. That was our mistake. That was our mistake. Ed, what's up? Because we didn't think that our inclusion, our desire for inclusion as humans could only be done, thank you, sis, Seneca Village, could only be done at the expense of our unity. We didn't know. We didn't know we were going to lose that to get this. We didn't know that you would be siphoning from that for this on your own behalf. We didn't know that because we were plugging into this as humanity. That's what we see this as. We see this as humanity. Why do you think it is that we let you right over in our culture? Why do you think it's such a big deal when white comedians get on stage and use black buzzwords and move the home run wall in for them 50 feet closer? Do you know why? It is because black people are yearning for you to be fucking human. That's where that's coming from. To a fault. To the point that even they are willing to sacrifice this. The universe has had enough. So, universe starts to put shit back together on its own. And that is when it gets real sticky. Because when the universe starts to accept your dismantlement of your own people, of your own unity, of your own kind, your inability to come together, well, the universe does this. It steps in and says, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm about tired of you humans as a whole. So, in grand fashion, with no mercy, I'm done with mercy because you don't show me any. With your cow farts, you're not showing me any mercy, are you? No, you motherfuckers just keep right on eating, don't you? Okay, well, I'll show you. What I'm going to start doing is I am going to start rearranging shit my way. And my way is not going to make everybody happy. Because my way is no longer going to include anything that is lackluster or substandard in its trying. Purely in its trying. I'm not going to put up with it. I need excellence from every living being. And I'm going to see that I get it. And I don't care who or what has to burn. It does not matter to me. Y'all started it. Disrespecting fossil fuels. Doing what you do to this earth. Okay. Do you think there is no karmic bill for what you have done to my people? Do you think that you would just ride out your entire way of being, running roughshod over my people? Oh no. I'm going to rearrange shit my way. And when I'm done, none of you who created the chaos will be anywhere near the position you once were. None of you who sit in judgment or look down on the very children that you destroyed. None of you. Well, I have patience for. Because when I start to rearrange, I'm not going to play. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to reunite what was broken, what was confused. And when I do, I'm going to start to bring all the rings under subjection. All those things under it. All those things controlled by it will find themselves in line or nowhere. They will find themselves nowhere here. They will find themselves nowhere in the excellence or in the order that falls under the excellence. They will disappear. And there will be order front to back. And even those who brought me chaos, I will order. They will find themselves in order. Or they will find themselves not at all. Because as I order the universe, I no longer have time or patience for anything that is not as it should be. And I'm going to bring it under my feet. And I will order. As was the top, I will bring under subjection and into order the chaos that was the bottom. And if I choose to leave out of order anything, I will. But if I choose not to, as again, those who were in the back brought to the front, if I choose not to, I will order the whole goddamn thing. And it will all be brought under my order, but I must get myself in order first and separate myself. It will not happen until I bring myself in order and separate myself. I cannot be this trying to be that. I am different. And I am no longer ashamed of it. All of it's me. And until I'm there, until I embrace what I was sent for, I cannot be this. I will forever be confused with the rest of these colors and what I'm supposed to maybe be. Whose woman I'm not. How strong I am as a woman. How many hoes I'm running. What kind of ride I drive around and what my whip look like. As long as I got that shit running, I can never get to here. Ever. Until I understand that just like in the universe, with this thing, you must understand that every cube has a particular place. And that there are certain cubes that do not move no matter what you do. And those would be the centers. The centers don't move. They are constants. Once you see them as constants and add formulas to them, you can order your universe. What are the constants? You will never find what you were sent here for if you don't know your constants. What is constant with you? What burns that won't let you go, won't let you sleep? What has your family been good at? What were you taught? What do you gravitate to? What do you do well that you love? Because your job is gone. Robots finna be doing your jobs. When we take this shit underground, you pencil pushers, I don't know what you're going to do. Those of you who decided to be subservient, and I'm not talking about those who were born to be bookkeepers. Oh, it's some people. That's they shit. Numbers is they shit. That's what they supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be doing the numbers for us, even if the numbers eventually equal something else. You want to be an actuary for this new black thing that we dealing with? Well, you're going to have to start out counting something on this level. And that's your job because you love numbers. And we figured that out when you were knee-high to a duck's ass because we had our own schools and we had our own way of picking who went to what school. This one's good at rhythm. This one's good at physicality. This one likes to fight. This one's good at all of it. And the elders decide what your major is. The elders decide. We decide. Here, this is what you will do to get started. Now, if you don't like it, that's all we paying for. Look, we've seen it since you were a child. You can draw, but you're going to go to drawing school with some real artists. That's where you're going to take your time. You're going to learn how to spend your money. That's us rebuilding and pushing people towards their purposes. Because underground, that's all going to work. And that's smooth where we finna go. You weren't sent here to enforce somebody else's dream. Not forever. That's supposed to be a cycle of growth that you grow up and out of and make room for people under you because you own your own shit. I know it sounds crazy, but there is a way to do business different than our oppressor, and we're going to have to find it, and we're going to have to hurry the fuck up. There is no more time. You better stop playing with what you think you was put here to do. And I don't know what that is. But for some, it brings about a very valid question. Is it relevant what I was sent here to do? Does it matter? Maybe I was sent here to blow up balloons. I mean, I'm good at it. It's all relevant. I'm not talking about what you was meant to do on no lazy shit, because you wasn't meant to be lazy. You on some lazy shit. That's on your lazy trifling ass. I'm talking about that thing that you ignore. Don't ignore it because it's what you think it's not relevant. You do that thing. I love that. We need to talk about that. That's a beautiful thing that people can find, and I can vouch for it. Cousin Anna's. I think my grandmother was given that same thing. They feed people. That can never be downplayed. But what if the thing you do is build bicycles? I mean, that's what I can weld. I can work with my hands. So I got this job. So I got this job working on cell towers. Oh, it pays me really good. Dude, I make 150 a year, 175 a year. I'm not tripping at all. But I've always wanted to build bikes. Then go ahead, Patrick Robbins, paint that goddamn car. You paint that goddamn car, brother. I've always wanted to, it's in me to build these fucking bikes. I want to build bikes. But I've made this lifestyle. With my family, I put myself. I let my kids put me. I let my wife put me on this goddamn treadmill to where we need all 175,000 of these dollars I make. So I don't have a choice but to take extra time overtime because I bought my wife a 2017 and that's getting old. You know, I got to go back down here and get her a new car. And I like driving around in a nice new car. Car loans, slavery. I like going nice places and spending, and flossing off with the wife. Budget. Ain't saying don't do it. Budget it better. And aim your life at them bikes. I don't see the difference, Jeff, except in one, my family suffers. Yeah, you ask me, you're picking the suffering of spirit over the suffering of finance, where the lessons are, where the gold is. You don't want them to suffer, me neither. But sometimes they need to struggle. Struggle is not always suffer. Struggle is not always suffer. They need to feel some of that as they watch you grow your business. Because the truth is, you don't never know who bike you gonna fix and where them pedals gonna take you. But I know this. So much will be required of you if you do not take the step to honestly build them fucking bikes. Have some belief in you, for the love of God. Build them fucking bikes. Check it with whoever you pray to first. Yo, is this really what I'm... Has Uncle Jeff been smoking the wrong shit? Yeah, me fuck my life off over that bullshit he was talking about? Ask. Because this 20th century shit is coming to a fast end. We about at the end of this 20th century shit, y'all. Find your purpose. It is all that's going to save you. Hey, Hinty, hey, girl. It is all that is going to save you. Don't swallow it no more. Don't push it down. It's the only way you're going to be able to barter. It's the only way you're going to be able to live. It's through your purpose. Nothing else will matter. Nothing else will keep you. Nothing else will sustain you. Everything else will lead you to ruin other than your purpose. Don't be afraid of it. Cultivate it. Now, I'm not saying starve yourself and your family. Be smart about this shit. Be smart about your responsibilities. Number one, never, ever, ever, ever buy a car off a lot again. Jesus Christ. But that thing that's on fire and you burns, that thing, the universe needs it. And the universe wants you. But if you don't do that, the universe will find somewhere else. and you will find yourself discarded from order. Yeah. All right, go and open the doors of the church. There, that's what I'm gonna do. Ugh. Right there's and there's wrong. Is it? Whoops. Yeah, right there's wrong. Wait a minute. And put that up there. Get rid of that like that. Yeah. Schlapam. Whoops. No, that ain't it. Schlapam. We'll get Schlapam right there. Yep, right there's it. The doors of the church are open. Whoever will, let him smoke some. And come on in. Let's talk about that shit I just said. Amen, brother Devil Dog. Produce or die. Jonathan, bro. Useless eaters. Useless eaters. The earth is ridding itself of them. Has no use for them. I am now getting in contact with my man. Shout out to GMS and my man AP. You gotta check their podcasts out. Check out GMS podcasts. Good brothers, man. Good young brothers. What was your MOS, man? Where were you? Jonathan N. Where were you in? You know. I'm raising my own food on my 42 acres and teaching my grandchildren to do so. My man. That's right, Devil Dog. And when they come, let them come. Because that's a Marine right there. That ain't going to go like you think. $60.83. Oh, $64.33. Are you that sounds air wing-ish. $60.83. JetMet? Yeah, that sounds JetMekish. I was avionics, 64.33. So that sounds El Toro 87, bro, 83 to 87, Tustin. We was right at, see, yeah. 242. Okay. That was the squadron he was in. Air Wing 242. Okay, what did you work on? What bird did you work on? What did you do? This is all Marine Corps shit. There's a different Marine Corps I was in than the one that has to defend you. And I love my brothers, but there's some malfeasance afoot. I suggest you all watch Full Metal Jacket. Seat Mech, okay. Yeah, that's the dude responsible for making sure ejector seats, right? Yeah, this is dude right there. He made sure that you didn't break your neck on the fucking canopy. Oh, GMS, no worries, brother. We gonna chop it up. Y'all got it. I want y'all to check out the GMS show. The one him and my boy AP does, the nose. GMS, please tell AP to please keep wearing them glasses. Say they somehow make his nose go down to just really fucking big. Like when he wears his glasses, you go, that dude's nose is really fucking big. Without them, you go, God damn. It's a fucking baby diaper on his head. What the fuck is that on his face? Is what you say. So tell him that the glasses are great. They're doing great. He should wear the glasses more. We got to talk, y'all. We got this beat battle cracking. It is next week. It is next week, brother. The beat battle is next week. So we got to get that cracking. Yes, sir. Egress, environmental cryogenic technician. Cryogenic. So was you in charge of making sure they didn't freeze up there? Because I know a lot of shit goes wrong with an ejector seat. Okay. In the first place, I think everybody that uses one winds up what? An inch shorter? There's some horrible shit with ejector seat. Yeah. But it beats dying, being chewed up by a fiery, angry monster. Liquid oxygen. Yeah. We used to, we had liquid nitrogen on our base. We used to grab rats when we would catch them by the tail and dip them in the liquid nitrogen, and then throw them and they break. There's kind of shit we did in the military. But now, people, I'm so glad that you enjoyed the sermon today. So what we're gonna do now is I am going to make me a cup of tea. Blanky, go turn the tea kettle on. Make sure it got some water in it. Thank you. That's my boy. Anybody got teenagers? Son of a bitch. This is an ungrateful group of people. We could not have been this bad. I know we weren't this bad. These are horrible people. We talked for a few hours on the show a long time ago. Oh, yeah. Well, I understand that, Jonathan. But how much weed ago was that? It was a lot of weed ago. Now, get your Russian questions together. Let's talk. Let's get into some shit that's gonna try to make them take my shit down. Let's talk about some possible approaches to what's going on over there. Oh, Ed guy, bruh. Yeah. How many grams ago was that conversation, brother? Look here. I'm going through that right there before Wednesday. I smokes it. Now, I don't play with it. What you playing with it for? It's just no reason to. But at any rate, when I get back from my little tea break, we gonna get into that. Now, don't be going no crazy places. Just sit your monkey asses right here. I'm going right down and make a cup of tea. I'm coming back. We're gonna start up giraffe balls. All right? Sit tight.
Hold up. Hey. Oh my, be thinking we so we don't play. We gon' episode. Hey, 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 hey. Hold up, hey, for my niggas who be thinking we soft, we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up, hey, for my niggas who be acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, 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 hey.
All right, niggas. Like I told you, niggas, I will be back. And it will not be long. Be honest with you, I was kind of enjoying DJing a little bit. That joint you hear right now is one of my own called Giraffe. I'm gonna let it play all the way through because I was very proud of myself with one, this mix, and with two, this shit I did on the end of the piano. I suck at the piano. I can just hear it all running around in my head. I can't do this shit. You know, thank God for cats like Tracy Carter, who is, freaking virtuoso. So I got them dudes that I can go do that because that's what I hear. I'm working on it. That's where my golf time, money, energy goes. Listen to this funky ass mix. This guy just sound up. Man, look. Well, I can't wait for this beat battle. I'm the weakest link in my beat battle chain. Let me put it that way. I really feel GMF. If you still in here, I really feel for you, brother, because it's going down, and it's gonna go down ugly. I got 50 on the OGs. I have 50 on the OGs. Okay. When me and my guys show up, it's gonna be some different shit. But it's gonna be some uh it's gonna be some surprises. Let's just say that. It's gonna be some surprises. But I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. What's up, Reggie, Indiana? Eddie Willis. Ryan Freeman. Popular names dropping in. Welcome to Giraffe Balls. That's where we are now. Let's get that cracking so that we understand what land we are now in. And then we come over here. And pop that out. And bam, now we in Giraffe Balls. I was going. That's what I had that extra time to do. I counted up the time to go change my shirt so I could tell them definitively different. Man, I'm telling you, I'm honing in on a really good show. I'm really honing it in. I'm getting close. Now, Giraffe Balls is a show where I do a little DJing. Okay. And I play beats of my favorite producers. And they've been pouring in. And I want some cats to send me some shit. And I'll DJ your shit. And I just, I just happen to have dope friends. And in honor of the still twisted up people, and it's still okay. Let's talk about that for a second. There's still you tell Butch I'm gonna be waiting. It's still oh no, I don't think I'm coming in. So I'm not sure. There's still some holdouts with regard to whether weed is good for you. And in honor of them, a track made by my man Beam Former, aka Rush, aka Rashad Coles. Make you do wrong. Make you do wrong. Make you do wrong. Sometimes the weed don't make you do wrong. Not like the alcohol, but make you do wrong. Sometimes your girl cheating on you, make you do wrong. Sometimes your man beating on you, make you do wrong. Oh shit, make you do wrong. Woo! Gangster, Gorilla Glue. We're gonna talk about that for a minute. Make you do wrong. Gorilla Glue. Make you do wrong. Not like an alcoholic. Make you do wrong. Not like pills. Make you do wrong. When the kids is hungry, that'll make you do wrong. Out of damn cattle. Make you do wrong. All kind of shit in battle. Make you do wrong. It's something make you do wrong. Make you do wrong. I'm make you do wrong. Strength and I'm make you do wrong. On alcohol. Make you do Make you do wrong. 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 Let's look at Gorilla Glue. GG4, as it's called, also known as Gorilla Glue. Make you do wrong, make you do right. Make you do wrong, make you do right. Was created by crossing Kim's sister with chocolate diesel and sourdough. The results are potent flour with piney chocolate diesel aroma. It has been reported to make relaxation, euphoria, and sleepiness, making this a highly popular strain among veteran cannabis consumers. Now for me, it doesn't make me sleep. It mellows me out, makes this smooth world rough. Heard it's full of blue, yeah. Yes, you do, Sister Annie. This is from my man Rashad Coates. Like I said, more on the beat battle, people. We'll be hyping it up this week. That's the level of cats I get down with. Rashad Coles, ladies and gentlemen, produced that track. What up, Yogi Fish? Thank you, Jethro. Hi, Jethro Codeine. Thank you. That track there is again from my man Rashad Coles, who is another one of the cats in the beat battle that will be on my side. Okay. This joint is called Carousel. That's by yours truly.
Jeff Breeze music. Don't hurt your neck.
Okay. That person right there. I know. That's funky, huh? Auntie. Yeah. Well, look for him on the beat battle that I'm going to be bringing up. Any bots and stuff that come into your, they try to bomb your chat, you just ignore them. What up, Chaos? What up, Spark One? We over in Giraffe balls now. Just getting my DJ vibe out the way. If joining us. Hit me there if you need music. And we gonna push off in the water and start talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. As soon as y'all hear this breakdown I did at the end. This is really who I am. Going down a tree line, 2-lane road, way too fucking fast. You know, fly ass old convertible. Okay, now that's enough of that, Jeff. Okay, there we go. Now, thank you, brother. You on the runts there, cousin Annis? Good. I'm gonna put the thing up here, and y'all can chime in when you want to. And I am going to post it in the chat. We now are that's not what I wanted to do, Jeff. We now, that's what you want to do. And then you want to put this here so your nephews and nieces can get it. You want to go here. There you go, young man. Now, bam. It's in the chat, niggas. It's in the chat. Oh, you were asking, bruh. That last one was called Carousel with a K. I usually put the shit up along the bottom. I should have done that. But I was running behind on show prep due to dealing with my wife's funk stinking ass dog. Ooh, I can't stand it. I ain't never ran across a dog I just did not fucking despise. Despise this little motherfucker. Ugh. Let me put you this way. I'm never cruel to animals, but if that is a dog I could easily leave in the rain, dragging behind my car on the freeway. Now, sit tight, bro, James. Sit tight. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, what do I want to play up under her? Yeah, I'm gonna do that for right now. Till I get her own music. Ain't no telling how long we gonna chop it up, because this is my people right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a whole loop bed up under her, and I'm going to bring her in perfectly. Y'all gonna dig this. Watch this shit right here. Okay. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. Because, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's go here first. There we go. See, I'm gonna make this. You're gonna see, Cut Nanas, when I cut this shit together, it's gonna look nice. All right. Y'all know how you got that one, like members. You got people of your married in family that you really dig. I got a gang of them. It's really cool people on my wife's side. It's just a gang of cool people. But the one that is really campaigning for first, cousin Annis. Cousin Annis. Cousin Annis is like the niggas on my side, but just sweeter. She's sweeter. She's like if you knew that one of my cousins was looking to blow your brains out, my cousin Annis would be the one you would come to talk to see if she could talk to that nigga like that. She niggerish like us, but you might want her to talk to him. Yes, and I've fallen in love with my cousin Annis, and she's the best way to describe her is a kitchen sorceress. This shit she comes up with is so good. So so good in fact that I came up with a segment in the show and it's called What's Cousin Annis Cooking? I think we should find out.
Let's get started. The truth that sets you free.
Cousin Annis.
What up, babe? What's going on, cuz?
What you getting down on today?
Well, today is chicken and dumplings.
Oh God, for real though.
Chicken and dumplings. I mean, that right there, I done ate mine. What? Butch done ate his as well, so that's why it's low. And it's slow cooked all day.
Girl, with some okay. That's when I go low key to the Frank's hot sauce. That's the low level. That's what you rock with some chicken and dumplings, little Frank's hot sauce, and usually I have them with some greens and just. But sometimes, nigga, and yes, and what my granddaddy used to eat it with a raw onion. You put a raw onion and some vinegar right there with his greens and his chicken. Oh God,
yeah,
it's so good.
Chicken and dumplings, and that's it. Cause it's kind of cold, but it's still comfort food. Sit and chill. So one pot meal, and you could go. Rest of the day is mine.
Right,
so,
right. How long does it take you to put it together?
Well, I took the meat out yesterday, and this morning I got up. I was up early. I was up like about 5:30. But I just got up and seasoned the meat. Sear the meat in the cast iron pot, and after that you just put your stuff in there and just let it cook until it fall off the bone. Once it fall off the bone, it's about ready. So you start getting your dumplings together, and then while it's boiling, you just drop your dumplings in there, turn it off, put it in the oven on 350, and let the oven do the rest.
Oh God! Now, how do you make your dumplings?
I can make them homemade, or I do the shortcut if I don't feel like doing all that.
And what's that?
The shortcut is either get crescent rolls or either Pillsbury biscuits and cut them in quarters and dredge them in flour and just drop them in there and just let them cook.
Okay.
And use unsalted butter.
Okay. Dev, let me explain something. Dev says, I can feel the energy through the screen. I know that food is fire. Dev, I do this to myself to test me, to test my own will. Because y'all know I'm plant-based. But that don't mean I do not miss this shit right here. Oh, God. Now, eventually, I'm going to get Cousin Annis to cook just plant-based. But that's, yes, Eddie Willis, I don't know where you must have been gone for a little while, but Cousin Annis, I tasted some of her cooking the last time we were together, and dude, there are just certain people. My grandmother was one of them that they don't really measure. They don't.
I'll bet. Yeah.
They don't have no book. They don't. and it just come out amazing. Her
Amazing.
food is amazing. Her food is the love that you cook with. Now, granted, I don't agree with some of the ingredients, but I sure as hell agree that shit tastes is fire. Because Anna's food is fire.
I do my best.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? I because of Butch, that he doesn't eat no red meat at all.
Okay.
You know, fish, chicken, and turkey is what he
Mm-hmm.
do.
Mm-hmm.
He's slowly but surely coming down to become just a total vegan,
Yep.
period. But it's gonna take him a minute to get down because he had to wing himself off of red meat. He
Look
said,
at well. First off, Anna, it's hard. It's not hard to wean yourself off of meat if all you eating is them hot dogs and coagulated pizza in the 7-Eleven. That
"Oh
ain't what
hell
he
no,
eat. He
no,
eating some of the best food in the world and having the wean. It's like he's weaning down off of heroin.
5 days a week, five
See?
days a week, 5 days a
Yeah.
week."
Yeah.
And
I really want well, my man Devin from the Bronx says I tried asking my grandma for cooking instructions, and it was like asking the president for secret info. No measurements or nothing, just a plate
no, it
thing.
ain't. I had to learn that way as well for my grandma. And I asked her how to I asked her how to make biscuits. She was saying a smidgen of this and a smidgen of that. And I was like, well, grandma, I don't think these here biscuits gonna come out because you saying a smidgen of this. So what I did was went to my mom's house and my mom walked me through it. It's like she put her hand on top of my hand and walked me through the whole
Right.
process. So now I just remember. I don't remember the measurements. I just know like grandma said, it's a smidgen of this and it is a smidgen of that.
Baby, look, the measurements are used to quantify your magic, not the other way around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My grandmama taught me, and my brother. I'm dope in the kitchen. I get out, but my brother's kung fu is unreal. And because he spent most of the time around my grandmother.
Mhm.
When my grandmother would give you a recipe, she would go, baby, sunflower. Well, grandma, how much is sunflower? She said, okay, what you do, just take a handful of it and put it in there. If that's not
Mhm.
enough, then next time give some more. But what we
Yeah.
don't understand is that Big Mama got so good at cooking because wasn't no fast food restaurants around. She was cooking
Yep.
everything you ate.
Yeah.
So it don't
Yeah.
take it that combined with her love. That's how them recipes came together. Next time I'm not going to use so much of this. Next time it needs more of that. That's not
Right.
enough butter. We need 2
Right.
sticks of they so and once they get that recipe down that they've been cooking for 30 years, nigga, I dare you.
Well, I have a recipe book. I wrote some of my recipes and not all.
Okay.
And being that I don't have any children or anything, I'm gonna have to will it to somebody. I'm gonna have
Well,
to.
well, Annis, we need to talk. Maybe you need to put out a cookbook.
No, I want to keep it mostly in the family. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
want to.
Okay,
I
that's
don't want to
fair.
put it.
That's
You
fair.
know what I mean? Because, like I had said, I feed for the soul, and this is
Yes.
for the soul, for your family soul.
See.
It seems like food brings family together,
Mm,
and you
mm.
be at peace when you're at the table.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's the one thing we can and I'm gonna bring my man James in here. Uh what's happening, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey
Hey,
man, I was about to say
Hey,
this and get your opinion on it. We can all
okay,
agree. Uh uh we may disagree on what good food is, but we
okay.
all agree on what great food is.
right.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
most definitely.
You get some great food,
Yeah.
that it's on a whole nother
It's a
it's on a
whole
whole
nother
nother
level.
plane.
Hmm.
Mm.
Um, do you cook, James?
I cook every now and then. I mostly cook I mostly cook on the grill, so I grill a lot of stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
it's actually healthier for you. A lot of times I go on and hurdle my little health issues when I talk to cousin Annis because she cooks in some methods that are not approved by the American Heart Association. But however, it's the incredible shit. Oh
Oh,
my god!
it looks really good. It looks
Oh yeah.
really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Half of the pot is gone, but by the night, all of it gonna be gone. Ain't gonna
I
be
know.
nothing for tomorrow.
You're right.
Oh
Now,
wow.
So
Wow.
with that said, Mama, uh, I am going to. It's just so hard for me to
I
because
know,
I
kick
love
me
you.
off,
I
and
have to
I
kick
love
you.
you.
I love
I
you. I
love
love
you.
you. I
Bye,
love you,
James.
Annie.
I
So
appreciate
I let
y'all.
her say bye before I kick her the fuck out because I love my cousin. Ann. That's my people right there. What's up, Butch? So brother, uh, what is your take on what is your take on where the world is going now?
I kind of just wanted to get your take on Russia. I spit it out to you a little bit earlier because I
Mm-hmm.
had been talking. We've been talking,
Yeah.
back and forth for a minute now, and
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get your. I'm waiting for Zoe's show to come on Monday, so I'm definitely interested in what he has to say on it. But I just
Sure.
wanted to get on it today,
Well,
and see what you think about everything going on right now.
here's where I am. This is my entire prediction.
Okay.
Um, Putin has put his head down and is not bluffing or is bluffing with the assurance that nobody will be crazy enough to push his hand, that he's going to get the Ukraine. And if you get in his way, if he can't have it his way, he'll blow this whole motherfucker up.
I think it's
Because,
something. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's something similar to that. I
well,
think a
yeah,
lot
what are
of
your thoughts?
different other countries are watching as well.
Oh, sure. Sure. Taiwan is shaking in their fucking boots.
I know. I know. Yep.
But um, on a grand scale, should Putin take the Ukraine in a matter of years, America is next. Because what the plans are is for China to take Taiwan, Putin
Exactly.
to take Ukraine, and them
That's
together to
right.
come take this.
Got you. Okay.
That is
Got
what
you.
I believe is the grand plan. And
Okay.
I don't think that I just exposed some top secret government
Oh,
information.
no.
That's just common goddamn sense.
I agree. I agree with that. Yep.
Now, where are we in all this? We are somewhere caught between the Russians who are now here, the Asians who are now here, the bikers who will side with the Russians who are now here, the
Oh
police
wow.
who will side with the police who will side with the bikers who will side with the Russians who are now here, the politicians who will side with the police who will side with the bikers who will side with the Russians who are now here.
Wow.
That's who I'm thinking we are surrounded by.
Okay.
And the thing is, for those who follow their purpose and ready themselves and surround themselves with other ready people, we will be the only ones that will survive. And there will be divine intervention right before an intervention of some type of metaphysical divinity or change that will have to do with either covering us or strengthening us. That's the way I think this whole grand thing, not the micromanagement of when gas is going to be more expensive or what country's looking at what. The big deal, them two entities are coming for the whore of Babylon, which is America, and us niggas need to be on our own shit. That's what I think.
Wow.
That's
Okay. I know
and
you said Babylon, so that you definitely read the Bible.
well, to be honest with you, the whore of Babylon is stolen from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Uh, there's very little in the Bible that wasn't somewhere else first. Uh, so the Bible was the first place I found out about Babylon. But as I began to study,
For me, yeah, that's the first place I found out about Babylon.
and
Yeah.
yes, sir, and I'm going to beg you as a young man uh, to look up. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay.
Or I'm going to give you a we're going to rock a banner for this. You should watch this as soon as humanly possible, brother, because I am certainly expecting some input from you
Okay.
next week. I really expect you to come back on the show.
Okay.
This is a
That last book you had me read, I was like, oh goodness. Then I was like, okay, yeah, Jeff owns something. I know what he's talking about.
which one?
Seven
The seven
ways of an
habits.
effective.
Seven Habits
Yeah,
of Highly Effective People. Yeah, I need to
exactly.
recharge
That's
and
what
read
it
it again
is.
myself.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
great book, and it helps you kick yourself in your own ass.
Oh yeah.
My brother Dice has put up something. Now here it is: A Great and Mighty Walk by John Henrik Clark.
A Great and
Watch
Mighty
this.
Walk by John Henry Clark. Okay.
It's on YouTube right now. It's narrated by Wesley Snipes. Shout out to Snipes.
Okay. You mentioned that before on the show.
Yes,
I got you. Okay.
please watch that.
Okay.
Let's see. Subsequent DNA is dropping some heavy knowledge on Russia. Come on in. Come on in here. Come through. The there it is again in the chat. What now? Where you are? What is gas looking like?
Oh, gas is outrageous right now. Gas is close to $4 a gallon.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm in Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, we're about at 6.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't envy any of us, but we are really feeling a pinch and getting to this place where I've been discussing people having to keep honest people honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check that out.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm looking kind of stupid because I got chicken and dumplings just running. What the fucking idiot. Let's have a look at that. This nigga talking all kind of deep shit about Russia. Chicken and dumplings. Chicken and dumplings. Fucking moron. Anyway, thank you, Big Dice. Egyptian Book of the Dead, the book of going forth by day.
I remember back in the time, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I remember back in the time when you were saying that this is pretty much gonna show itself within 5 years. I remember you saying that on Zoe's show that this was coming. You and Zoe have really been saying all of this stuff for a very, very long time that it was going to get to this point. But now it's actually getting to this point. It's actually where we're at this point to where we're seeing this stuff with our own two eyes. And I don't know if a lot of people are going to decide to do with it, but I mean, it's coming whether you like it or not. It's coming.
Oh yeah, brother. And I think, and no, I have decided to be at peace with it again.
Okay.
As we talk about what it is that your purpose is. Remember earlier, that's what the first church was about.
Okay.
I'm good, man, with the fact that no, I don't like that. I like that better. I'm good with the fact that the Creator allows me to see things that I know other people don't see. And I can't fault them for it. I can't make time for the individuals that would ridicule me because I say that this exists. But brother, my whole life I've been dealing with people finding their way along after what I said has happened. And I thank you for that credit. But I think what's more important to me than actually the credit is that people go back and just pick just at random. At random, almost like tarot cards.
Okay.
Pick a Zoe show that you need to watch.
Yeah.
And see if me and Zoe 10 years ago weren't talking about right now.
Absolutely. I agree with you 110%.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all have been talking about it a long time. Long time.
And as I look at things, brother, there are only two possible outcomes. And it's not gonna we may never see it. We may be dead and gone, as in just of old age.
Okay.
But either we are looking at the eventual destruction of all mankind on an apocalyptic level.
I agree.
Or we are looking at a Star Wars like Empire resistance type get down globally, because they would have you believe to this zombie juice, to this way of life, only the people on the fringe are. There are millions of people that ain't getting down like that. And it's going to come down to a get down that won't be a decade, but it's going to go down between the resistance and the empire is going to fail.
Okay.
I think that one of those is going to happen. Um, I think that it's amazing that we are alive in this time. I think we have to find the courage. Everybody, I don't think everybody want. How can I put this? As opposed to nobody wants to die, everybody wants to not die. If that makes any sense, everybody wants to not die, and that's wrong. We're all gonna die. Eventually, one day, this Earth suit gives out.
Yes.
If it's not blown up or hit by a bus or you don't overdose it,
Yeah. Yeah.
it gives out. You're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This isn't you anyway. This is a projection of you, but most people don't want to fuck with that. That's why they crying at the funeral trying to snatch the body out. That's another story.
Gotcha.
Because of that, and when you realize, look, I'm gonna die anyway. Now, this don't mean I want to strap a fucking bomb to myself and walk into a building. I'm not talking about that dumb shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I am not going to. I am not going to jeopardize my principles to live subserviently.
Okay.
I won't. I won't. And wherever I die right there with the principles of protecting Black people and my family and my possessions and us moving forward.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm willing to plant my flag right there. And whatever that means. That's where Black men have to be. Because there is no other place. When you corner a rat, the rat does not die cowering. When you corner any animal, it does not die cowering. We have been cornered, and some of us are going to die cowering because we have been mentally reduced to a place less than a rat, less than a wild animal.
Yeah.
To where you will let your oppressor corner you and kill you.
Wow.
That's where many of us are. And
Wow.
My man Mr. Mitchell says, fear of death and love of comfort keeps masses in check. God damn. That, sir, is the Giraffe Balls pull sentence of the day. Right there, I'm gonna have to, bruh. I'm gonna have to blast out. So look here. I'm out. I'm out. Reload. Yeah, man. That is not bad, sir. So how's life been, man? Everything good up your way?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's good. I can't complain. I just all the information that you gave me a while back, I just been kind of taking that information in and making the necessary changes that I need to make. And
Okay, hold
everything's
on,
been
hold on,
working out.
hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Hold on now. I'm about to
It's
do
like,
a shameless plug of my own shit. Hold on, wait a second.
okay.
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 Let me see. What should I put under me? Uh let's see. How about I ask Uncle Jeff at gmail.com? Yeah. How about I do that? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is bring this down and go pow, bam, bam, uh, put that back, then come down here, go like this, and like that, and go like that. Okay. And then go bam. Okay. Hold on.
There you
Hold on. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Okay. Then I'm gonna scroll like that. And, okay. Then I'm gonna leave that rolling like that. Then yeah, and then uh uh yeah. I don't need to do all that. Then we rock it like this. Now,
go. Yeah.
what were you saying, brother?
But yeah, I was just saying that I recently I took my wife out of town or whatever, but I've been following
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that you told me to do because you know the situation. Me and you talked back and forth
Yes.
before, so you know the situation. So
Yes.
I was trying to get rekindle some stuff and get that back situated.
Mm-hmm.
You help lead me in the right direction. I
And
wanted to tell you. So
thank you, brother.
thank you, because
Thank
you
you,
helped me. You put me on the straight and narrow.
my
I'm
man.
gonna
My
say that.
man.
Yeah,
I was glad to help. This is my man James is
yeah,
a brother that did a little life coaching with me and straightened his rudder. And I'm
yeah,
glad to hear that.
yeah,
I'm glad to hear that,
yeah.
young man. I'm glad to hear this official nephew right there. That's that's what this is about, brother. And to be honest with you, what it's truly about is that what I have given you, you can now turn around and give
Okay.
because it's going to be your turn.
Hmm.
It's going to be your turn in some turmoil like we have never seen before. So now
Okay.
you have wisdom to impart to others around you that look like you, that depend upon you because they ain't getting it from nowhere else, James. That's why they came to you. And
Okay.
now that's we're Jedi. We sharpen one another, brother. We sharpen one another because so many of us are gone. The precious, the precious hustlers of us. This dude here owns a number of his own businesses. He's the future. That's the future, y'all. What you watching right here. This dude makes jobs, but he ain't making jobs for people who plan to be working under him for 50 years. No, he's making jobs for people who want to turn around and make jobs for other people.
Exactly.
That's the way that's supposed to work. You're not supposed to
Yeah.
crawl up in somebody's ass for 50 years and stay there and wait for a watch. That's not the way it's supposed to go. Now, my man here, like I said, uh, got some life coaching from me and set his shit straight, man. Uh, so if you had to tell some people uh some shit about your uncle, what would you say?
I would say that you told me beforehand that you were going to tell me some stuff that I wasn't going to be pleased with, and
Hmm.
you said a lot of things first off that I wasn't too pleased with about myself.
Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
you brought out a lot of inconsistencies that I
Hmm.
had that I needed to change.
Hmm.
Once I started changing those inconsistencies that we talked about, I
Yes,
started
sir.
to notice a noticeable change in the way that my family started to react to me. And then
James
after
is
I
not
got
being
that,
paid for this shit.
yeah, but yeah, I started to notice a big reaction, from that, and things get better from there. And so I just I just can't say thank you enough. I appreciate everything that
My
you
man. My
do,
man.
and I definitely appreciate the continued knowledge that you just bestow upon everybody. It's just I don't even know how you think of this stuff. It's just like I said something to you, you automatically knew like what the issue was before I even said it to you, and it was crazy.
Well, brother, I tell you why. Uh, and I think this is something the creator has given me, and I wouldn't have it if I wasn't raised by the woman who was a grandmother, who was a grandchild of a former slave. Uh,
Okay.
if I was not raised by a man, a no nonsense man who was a killer for the black mafia in the 40s. Uh, two cops, two pimps, uh, three gigolos. Uh, these are the men directly who had their hands on me and formed these basic tenets from Chicago's South Side that came through the South, survived slavery, had the impetus to come north for something better, deal with racism there, and become the hardened men who taught me what I know. And because so much of it's missing, I can see right where it goes. Oh, that goes there. That goes there. And then because I was gifted with this way of speaking, I can really paint pictures with it. Like this picture I just painted. It really is, brother. It really is that simple, that I got a whole bunch of what's missing. Not that I use it perfect. I just see it. And I got it from where I came from, and I just lay it out in front of me, and I see it. Other people don't see it, and I don't mind sharing it. And I'm glad I can help you. I'm glad I can help you. And another again, I don't help you for you. I help you for those who come after you.
Yeah.
And as you sprinkle them seeds, brother, I want you to look at, and I want you to think about those who come after you, because that's kind of what the get down is. That's what counts. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me add another Jedi to the room, ladies and gentlemen. My man Big Dice in the room.
What's going on, OG?
All right, brother. These a couple of Jedis under my tutelage. I'm gonna have to my man Dice, you need to link up with my man James as well. We this link of wisdom, these conscious brothers, there's going to be a disconnect when they turn the internet off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet is property of the United States military.
Yeah.
They will turn this shit off.
Okay.
At that point, we're going to have the wisdom we've shared with one another.
Yeah.
Until we meet again. That I predict.
The internet, the phones, the cell towers, the landlines, the telecommunications industry and the United States government have been in bed with each other since the inception of the telecommunications industry in the 50s.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay. Oh, speaking of that, Dice,
yes,
take
sir.
that as a runway to jump off into your take of what's going on. It's too late to fuck with your hair, bro. It's too late.
I know. I don't care.
It's too late.
I'm too old to care. I don't give a shit.
You don't give a fuck. I see you reaching at it. No, don't reach at it. It's too late. We're here now. Now, give me your take, Doc. What do you?
Well, bro, I have a good friend of mine, Dr. Douglas Lapsey. He served 26 years as a logistics officer in the Army. So whenever I have, people think, I think I know everything. I just got a lot of really smart friends that I can tap in on. So anything military, I come to him for. Right. So I asked him, we had a conversation this morning. And I said, bro, what you think this all about? He said, Dice, this is not the move I'm worried about. I'm worried about what comes after this. And the crazy thing is, he said the exact same thing you said about China and Taiwan.
Oh yeah, brother. I'm fucking around because what I was trying to do, which for some fucking reason I can't get done, was while you was talking. I was trying to make you the biggest one, but fuck it, we'll just do this. Okay,
it's fine.
He said the same.
The exact same thing about China and Taiwan. He
Yeah,
said they're sitting back trying to see what America's response will be to Putin, and if they like it, they're going to go get Taiwan.
right.
But to be
Exactly.
honest, but
I
to be
definitely
honest,
think that's what's going to happen.
but to
Well,
be
I
well,
agree
honest,
with that.
yeah.
let me say this real quick. But to be honest, I care, but I don't. My thing is this: when stuff happens, black people we are reactive. And one of my favorite sayings from Game of Thrones is that chaos is a ladder. So how do we use this chaos to climb? How do we get some type of silver lining out of this?
Well, uh, to piggyback on something you're saying, the only uh, the only dagger black people had to throw, uh, it's almost too late for it to do anything other than earlier facilitate the downfall of America, which is this. If we were to do what I've been talking about for years, which is have the brothers in the Super Bowl run to the 50-yard line, uh, give each other dap and love, and leave the stadium, leaving them with nothing to do with commercials, we would crash the world market. But that crashing of the world market would only serve to speed up what's going to happen to America anyway at this point. We need to, at the exact right time, turn into one another.
Mm.
The problem is that when we do it and when we need to do it are going to be one. We are going to turn into each other at just the right time. The problem is not enough of us are going to know how.
Mm.
And those are the people that are going to be laid waste to. They're going to be fucking laid waste to. There's and those people aren't supposed to make it. They are the chaff. And the only way forward is what I see. It's just what I see. I don't think there's, if somebody can point out, did you hear what I said, Dice, about the two possibilities of either mankind being wiped out of existence or the empire / resistance movement forward in a game where the empire thinks they're going to win, but they don't, and we prevail?
Yeah, I heard that part.
Yes.
But I don't agree with the empire resistance
Okay.
because
Okay. Elaborate.
this is why. See, people think this game is chess, right?
Mhm.
And in chess, you make moves that don't make sense to 10, 15 moves down in the game, right? Why do you
Sure.
put that pawn there? You know what I'm saying? Why is that over there? You'll see. Give it time. Most of these quote social changes that we've been going through have all had one singular aim: to soften and feminize manhood,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Okay.
And people think, well, what's wrong with that? Because women aren't warriors. Women can be warriors, but typically they're not. It's the men who go to war. Just like our brother Jason Black was talking about how right now in the military, because there's a threat of going to war, finding a lot of these enlisted females trying to find ways to get out of their enlistment. They get
Oh, yeah.
pregnant, you know what I'm saying? They're all kind of stuff.
Because all they wanted was the benefits.
Yes.
Wow.
They didn't
Yep.
want to actually pay for the cookie. They just wanted the cookie. Right? So now that bill is come
Now
due,
that the cookie bill is due,
there you
you're
go.
trying to put a bond in the oven.
Yeah.
Ain't
Exactly.
that a bitch?
you know. So, and I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying typically they don't, you know.
Right.
And most countries who do have female soldiers, they have been raised from birth to be such. Like if you look at
Yes.
Israel,
You don't want none of them.
yeah, Israel, China, just two examples. They've been raised like that from birth. And you know why? Because they know how to identify their children and separate who should be doing what. That's something we do not have.
Brother.
You know what I'm saying? We have people who should be artists trying to be chemical engineers. You know what I'm saying? Spending thousands of dollars and ending up with a degree with a job that they hate.
Were you here earlier when I spoke of a divine future where in that you bring your children to the elders of your region, and the
I'll say,
elders, with the recommendation of the overseers of our children, people we put in these positions to oversee our children, say that this one is artistic, this one is mathematic, this one is scientific, this one is political, this one is garrulous, this one is this. And we make up what it is that we will provide free for your child. Anything outside of that, you got to pay for.
because your
And
talent is what benefits the family. If I make a story time with Big Dice real quick, true story. So I'm at USF, right, and I'm signing, I'm registering for some classes. So as I'm sitting down waiting to be called by the counselor,
mhm,
one, two, four gentlemen walk in. I believe they may be Middle Eastern, right, but I can't understand the language you're speaking. So it's a young dude, maybe 26, 27, two older gentlemen, and then an older gentleman, maybe 60s, 70s. He comes and sits down next to me. So I'm filling out my paperwork. And this is how the conversation goes. The young guy talks to the two older gentlemen, and then he talks to the lady. He asks him, I'm here to sign up for my master's degree. She said, okay, that's cool. What would you like to do? He translates that to what I'm assuming is maybe his father and his uncle, maybe. He translates that to them. And then they both stop and look at the older gentleman who's sitting next to me. And he looks at him, he gives him a nod. They have a little bit more conversation. They tell him something, and then he tells the lady. So what I can assume from that is that they're all family, and that's the hierarchy. So what you're saying goes down today. So he wasn't going to school for what he wanted to do. He was going to school for what his family needed him to go, which is all predicated on what the elder had to say. Everything he said had to be okayed by that elder.
right.
Until we get to that, get back to that, when you got people going to school for underground basket weaving,
Right.
and moon and biological moon cricketry. These 70% of degrees are worthless. Understand, college is a debt trap, and it's a business. And business is booming. But a lot of us are the mental. We don't understand that. We think, oh, we get a degree, we get a good job. Get a good job, we can live without anybody having to tell us what to do.
Because that was the way of the 20th century. That way worked in the middle of the 20th century for white people for a while, and worked for black people for an even shorter while. It made sense for them. But that good job shit, that's gone the way of beaver change. There's no such thing as a good job, and there never really was. It was just a delusion that they're pulling back from you now.
Understand that middle management, teaching positions, that's not for you. They established that so white women can have an entry into the workforce.
Oh,
Oh
wait,
wow.
bro, break that down. Break that down.
97% of teachers are white females,
Right, right.
right? Middle management, such as HR, logistics, most of your pencil pushing work, most of that stuff was created. So remember when white women were fighting for their rights to enter the workforce?
Yes.
That's because all the jobs were manufacturing.
Yep.
Manufacturing, cleaning, hard man work.
Hard labor. Welding.
Welding.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
If you want a job, you finna come work.
Bricklaying. No woman wants to do, no woman in the right mind wants to do that.
Brother, and I want you to keep going. But parenthetically, there was Kevin Samuels talks about it often, how women don't want to go into any of the sciences.
Nope.
He says there's not more male scientists than female scientists because we're keeping them out. They're not going. There's not more male draftsmen than females. They're not going. This
hell
bullshit.
Those lines of work are not cut out for most men. You have to be a special kind of guy to do those things.
Right. Every motherfucker don't want to do that.
I got a homie who's a chemical engineer. I would never be a chemical engineer. I think he out of his mind for doing it. But that's his shit. That's what he do.
Right. That's his lane.
That's his lane.
And it's a legitimate one and a needed one. He found his lane. He's in it.
I mean, like my nephew. My nephew, he wants to code. And right now, he's had to take a class 3 times because in order for him to transition from a community college to a 4-year college, he has to receive an A in it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm familiar with coding, but the stuff he's doing is like the math he's doing, and I love math. It's crazy, you know, but that's what he wants to do. So when he gets there, eventually, people don't see the work and the grind you have to put in to get to those places. It's arduous.
Okay. I got to go back to something Eddie Willis said that's kind of concerning me. And some of them will put their husband's sperm in your baby's cupcakes.
That happened.
Okay. Somebody.
Should I go in on that?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the sperm in the cupcakes if we could.
There was, because he probably saw it on Zoe's show. Our brother Zoe talked about it, right? I read an article. There was this teacher who made some cupcakes for her students and had her man. I don't want to get your show flag, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put some batter in the batter.
We know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Well, there's just other ways to get around the algorithm. Did he cut loose with some man glue?
Yes. He put some batter in the cupcake batter.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, how'd they get caught?
That's a good question.
What little perverted ass child went?
This tastes
Uncle Jack? That's the question. How did you find this out?
These cupcakes are savory.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nasty trifling heifer. And she was doing it to little black kids.
Yes, she was from the Caucasus Mountains. So
okay. Was this some school in the South?
I think God, I hate to say it. I think it was in Florida.
Oh, well, come on, man. We know that's where the great stories come from.
Yeah. I think it's in Florida. You
people down there make for some very interesting headlines. I don't know what the fuck's in the water down there, but it has to be in Florida. So what if any predictions in the next 6 months you got, brother?
Okay. Number one, understand who you're dealing with Putin. A former KGB agent. So fucking off is not what he do. Understand that. So anything he does, he's going to do with conviction. They say the Ukraine people are fighting. against the full weight of the Russian military, I don't know how long that's going to last. Because Putin is the type of motherfucker to bomb you back to the Stone Age, and then just take over, and from there. So to be honest,
I'm
I
surprised
see.
he hasn't already done that.
I think he doesn't want to seem like a monster.
Well, there's that, and he doesn't want to. He's trying to incur as little wrath as possible, and also he's trying to keep as much intact
As
as
possible.
possible. Because the more he destroys, the more he has to slow up building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and if it just means the flesh of commoners and time, well, then we'll just use the flesh of commoners and time.
Yep.
Which is,
I don't think the economic sanctions that they're putting against them is going to do much.
No,
I think they were already prepared for that.
Yeah,
I think he was already prepared to lose that money. He had already decided, they had already got together and decided, hey, we about to lose this money, so we need to do this so we can go ahead and push what we need to, get done.
Now let's stress they and we. I'm glad you said that. When they got together. These were the smartest, most devious motherfuckers in Russia that got together. When we say we are talking about the smartest, most devious, most wealthy motherfuckers that call America enemies got together.
Yep.
America is ripe for the picking. And all I'm using again is common sense. There's no magic crystal ball. And they've played the long game to a T. And this is still part of their long game that they're still playing. So with that said, as I kick you gentlemen the fuck out of the room, I love you both, but I want you to stay safe. You brothers stay vigilant. Those of you out there under the sound of my voice, stay vigilant. Clan up. This is the time to really start finding your people, finding your place, preparing yourself. This shit is going down. And this is whether you like it or not. What's up?
Uncle Jeff's beats are the best.
Find your peace, brothers. Find your magic.